wanted to believe it. We thought maybe, just maybe, Khabib would get that itch again. But Islam Makhachev just threw cold water on that dream. Now get this, we aren't just talking about a casual comeback. We're talking about the kind of money that changes lineage forever. You've heard the rumors for years. Dana White basically handed Khabib a blank check. But here's the kicker. Makhachev recently confirmed the numbers were north of $100 million. Let that sink in. You could buy a private island, a fleet of jets, and still have enough to retire 3 generations of your family. And Khabib, he didn't even blink. Wait, it gets crazier. You saw that viral moment at UFC 302, right? Khabib leaning over the rail to talk to Donald Trump. People thought they were talking about a return, but Makhachev clarified the truth. Khabib isn't looking for a payday, he's looking for influence. He's moving in circles where title belts are just shiny toys. It confirms what we all feared. The door isn't just closed, it's welded shut. You have to realize, when your best friend, the guy who sees you every day in the gym, says the GOAT is done for good, you listen. It's the final nail in the coffin for that 30-0 dream fight. He's moved past the sport, and he's never looking back. Community poll. Does Khabib's refusal of $100 million make him the ultimate GOAT, or did he leave too much on the table? Type loyalty or wasted in the comments.
You ever feel like someone's presence is louder than their absence? That's Khabib. He walked away at 29-0, left the belt on the canvas. And honestly, we've all been waiting for that one phone call to change everything. For years, we told ourselves stories. We said he's just resting. We said Dana White would find the right number. You know the type of money that makes a man forget a promise? Well, Dana tried. He tried hard. Now get this, the rumor mill was spinning at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Word on the street was a $40 million offer. $40 million, just for one more night in the octagon. If you were offered that kind of cash to do what you're already the best at, you'd take it in a heartbeat. Don't lie, most of us would. But here's the kicker. While we were all debating the what-ifs, Islam Makhachev was watching from the inside. He's not just a teammate, he's the successor. He's the guy who shares the mats, the meals, and the prayers. Wait, it gets crazier. Islam Makhachev recently sat down for an interview. He didn't dance around it. He confirmed what we all secretly feared. He said the money doesn't matter. Not 40 million, not 100 million. Khabib is truly, deeply done. You can see it in his eyes when Islam Makhachev talks about it. It's a mix of respect and a little bit of awe. It's the realization that his mentor is built differently. Most fighters use the sport to get rich. Khabib used the sport to prove a point. Then he just stopped. This is where it hits home. Before we go deeper into why this changes the GOAT debate forever, I want to hear from you. If Dana White offered you $40 million for one more fight, would you take it? A, in a heartbeat. B, no. Legacy over everything. Now let's look at the weight of the offer itself. Think about what $40 million actually represents. It's not just a paycheck. It's the UFC admitting they are lost without him. They've been searching for that eagle energy ever since he left. But Islam Makhachev confirmed the fear. The door isn't just closed, it's locked, it's bolted, and the key was thrown into the Caspian Sea. You realize what this means, right? It means we can't wait for a comeback anymore. Islam Makhachev basically told us to stop dreaming. The eagle has landed for good. And for the rest of the division, that's the scariest news they've heard all year. Because now, they aren't fighting a man, they're fighting a ghost.
Now look, to understand why Islam Makhachev just broke our hearts, you have to understand the Dagestan code. It's not just about wrestling bears or running up mountains in the freezing cold. It's about a word, a promise. In that part of the world, your word isn't just talk, it's your entire identity. We all remember that night in Abu Dhabi. Khabib chokes out Gaethje, drops to his knees and weeps. He leaves his gloves in the center of the cage. He tells us he promised his mother he wouldn't do this without his father by his side. But let's be real, we didn't fully believe it. We thought, okay, he's done fighting, but he'll be the Shadow King. He'll be in the corner for every title fight. But here's the kicker. Islam Makhachev just confirmed what we all feared. The mother's promise wasn't just about the octagon. It was about the lifestyle. Now get this. Islam Makhachev recently sat down and basically told the world that Khabib is pulling back from everything. Coaching, traveling, the corner, all of it. Wait, it gets crazier. You might think Khabib is just tired of the planes and the hotels, but Islam Makhachev made it clear. This is about that code again. Khabib realized that even as a coach, he was breaking the spirit of his mother's wish. He was still in the war. And for a Dagestani, if you aren't all in, you're all out. You see, we wanted Khabib to be the new Abdul Manap. We wanted him to lead the next generation for 20 years. But Islam Makhachev confirmed that the eagle has truly landed. He's not coming back for a super fight. He's not even coming back to hold the bucket for his best friend. You have to respect it, but man, it stings. It tells you everything you need to know about their bond. Islam Makhachev isn't just a teammate, he's like a brother. And even for a brother, Khabib won't break that vow to his mother. Community poll. Let's settle this in the comments right now. Do you think Khabib is making the right call by stepping away from coaching entirely to honor his mother? Or does he owe it to the team to stay in the corner? Type honor or team below. Now, think about the pressure that puts on Islam Makhachev. He's the one left carrying the torch. He's the one who has to defend the throne without the greatest of all time whispering instructions in his ear. You know the feeling of losing your safety net? That's Islam's reality now. Islam Makhachev basically told us the era of Khabib, in any capacity, is dead and buried. It's just Islam now. The student has been forced to become the master way sooner than we expected. And honestly, that's the scariest part of this whole Dagestan code. Once the promise is made, there is no turning back, no matter how many millions Dana White throws at him.
So we've talked about the legacy, we've talked about the 29-0, but to really understand what we're dealing with, you have to look at the man who stepped into the vacuum Khabib left behind. I'm talking about Islam Makhachev. For a long time, the world saw Makhachev as Khabib Light, a younger, maybe slightly less intense version of the Eagle. But here's the kicker. That narrative was dead wrong. In fact, Islam just confirmed the one thing we all feared about Khabib's retirement. Now get this. In the gyms of Dagestan, there's a pecking order. It's not based on fame. It's not based on how many followers you have on Instagram. It's based on who survives the Shark Tank. And for a decade, Makhachev was the only person who could even give Khabib a sweat. You've probably heard the stories, right? The gym legends who never lose a round. Well, Daniel Cormier, a guy who's wrestled with the best heavyweights on the planet, said something that should chill you to the bone. He said that even when Khabib was the champion, the guys in the gym knew Islam was the more technical fighter. But wait, it gets crazier. If Makhachev is the more technical one, and he's currently outclassing every elite lightweight on earth, what does that say about the guy who used to beat him every single day in training? You see where I'm going with this. By Islam becoming this dominant, he's inadvertently proving that Khabib wasn't just a great fighter. He was a glitch in the matrix. Let's take a second here. I want to hear from you. Do you think Makhachev has actually surpassed his mentor? Or is his success just a giant commercial for how terrifying Khabib really was? Drop a comment right now. I'm reading every single one of them. Now back to the fear. The fear wasn't that Khabib left too early. The fear was that we never actually saw his final form. You've seen how Islam handles the pressure now. He's clinical, he's cold, he's refined. But Islam himself is the first person to tell you the truth. Think about that for a second. You're looking at a man who just dismantled the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, and he's admitting he couldn't take a single round off his big brother. That's the confirmation. It means the gap between Khabib and the rest of the world wasn't a gap, it was a canyon. And Makhachev is the only bridge that shows us just how deep it really goes. He's not just a successor, he's the evidence.
Chapter 4. The UFC's Secret Plan. Now, get this. While we were all busy watching the highlights, the UFC was working on a secret plan. You see, when Khabib Nurmagomedov retired in 2020, the brass at the UFC didn't just feel sad, they felt a sense of relief. I know, it sounds crazy. Why would they want their biggest star to leave? But here's the kicker. The UFC hates a cheat code. They hate a champion who makes the rest of the division look like amateurs. It kills the betting odds. It kills the drama. When Khabib left, Dana White thought the Dagestani era was a one-time glitch in the system. The secret plan was simple. The UFC wanted to move back to the exciting strikers. They wanted guys like Dustin Poirier or Justin Gaethje to hold the belt. Why? Because those guys lose, they get hurt, they have wars. That's how you sell pay-per-views. You need drama. But Islam Makhachev was standing in the shadows, and he was about to ruin everything. Wait, it gets crazier. The UFC actually tried to stall Islam's rise. Have you ever noticed how long it took for him to get a title shot? He had to win 10 fights in a row. 10! Most guys get a shot after 3 or 4. The UFC wasn't being slow, they were being careful. They were terrified that Islam Makhachev was just Khabib 2.0, and if he was, the unbeatable ghost was back. Now, I want to check in with you guys. Community poll time. Do you think the UFC intentionally delayed Islam's title shot because they were afraid of another Dagestani takeover? Drop a yes or no in the comments right now. I'm reading every single one. But here's the thing. Islam Makhachev eventually forced their hand. He didn't just win, he dominated. And then he said something in a post-fight interview that confirmed our worst fears. He didn't say he wanted to be the best. He said he was the plan. He literally called himself the continuation of a project. That's when the UFC realized their secret plan had failed. They couldn't move on from the Khabib era because Khabib never actually left. He just downloaded his brain into a younger, faster, and, dare I say it, more dangerous version of himself. You can see it in the way Islam Makhachev strikes. He's not just a wrestler anymore. The UFC wanted a wide-open division. Instead, they got a dynasty. They wanted a revolving door of champions. Instead, they got a brick wall from Dagestan. You have to wonder if Dana White wakes up in a cold sweat thinking about the next 20 years of Makhachev dominance. Because if Islam is telling the truth, this isn't just a career, it's a takeover. And the UFC's secret plan to stop it? Well, it's officially in the trash.
So we've spent years wondering if the king would ever return. We've all seen the rumors about a comeback at UFC 300 or some massive super fight. But here's the kicker. Islam Makhachev just confirmed what we all secretly feared. The Eagle isn't just retired, he's essentially deleted the comeback app from his phone. Now, get this. Islam recently dropped a truth bomb that changed everything. He didn't just say Khabib is done, he basically said the throne we've been keeping warm is officially a relic. You see, for the longest time, fans thought Islam was just a placeholder. But after he cleared out the division and looked even more clinical than his mentor, the reality set in. Wait, it gets crazier. Islam Makhachev admitted that Khabib doesn't even want to be the king anymore. He's obsessed with making sure Islam is the one who stays there. But here's the part that'll sting. Islam's also looking at the exit door. He's following the Khabib rule, get out before the sport gets you. You have to realize, this isn't just a transition of power, it's the end of an era. You've heard the GOAT debates, you've argued about the resume, but you can't ignore the facts anymore. The throne isn't empty because Khabib left, it's empty because Islam is already planning his own departure. Community poll moment. Who is the true lightweight GOAT, the undefeated Khabib or the more active Makhachev? Drop your vote in the comments right now. The final verdict? The ghost of Khabib isn't coming back to save the division, and if you aren't careful, you'll miss the Makhachev era before it's gone too.